What's up, guys? This is Mike. I was requested by a fellow person on YouTube to show off this guitar. And before you say anything, I built this guitar. Okay? I built this. Cavity's still exposed. And a little bit of damage to the tip of the wing there. If I can get it close enough, you can kind of see. So there's a little bit of a story behind this thing. I, like most people from the 80s and the 90s, really liked that guitar. This is a Jackson Randy Rhoads, right? Jackson Randy Rhoads. And this is the PS3 model from the 90s. I believe it was made in 95, probably 96. I got it for about, $200 or $300 at a used at a guitar shop. Had some problems, and it was electronic problems. And so what we did is we put EMGs in it. So this guitar had EMGs for about 9 years. I stripped those EMGs and put them in a different guitar later on. But yeah, this is my Randy Rhoads, right? This is a Jackson, probably made in China or Korea a long time ago. Randy Rhoads. And let's see if we can get a model number. Probably can't see the model number. But this guitar, right? I really love this guitar, and I still love it. Well, around, I guess in the later part of the 90s, they came up with this design, which is the Jackson Roswell Rhoads. So it's taken from this design, the Randy Rhoads, and they updated it, made it sleeker, made it look like a UFO, and they called it the Roswell Rhoads. The Roswell Area 51 UFO incident, right? Those guitars cost like $2,500. When they first came out, they were just about that much as well. And I always wanted this guitar. Always, man. I'd always look on eBay or something like that, or nowadays looking on eBay, and you still see Jackson making them really nice with a different type of headstock and then these crazy looking tuners on them. And I said, you know what, man, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So when you go to eBay and you type in Jackson Roswell Rhoads, you see this body come up. And the guy makes them in humbucker configurations or just humbucker configurations. I bought the single humbucker configuration because it looked just like the original. One humbucker, one volume knob. On the original Jackson Roswell Rhoads, though, there's like a little UFO for that. I kind of got a smaller knob. See if I can find another knob. I got a smaller knob because the way the arch curve of the body is, see how it's arched? See the arch curve, it kind of curves, right? It's curved on the bottom, it's curved on the top. Arch curve. With a big normal Jackson knob, style knob, that thing just sticks out and your hand will hit it every single time, right? So I got a smaller knob for it. I got a couple of the smaller knobs together here. So I originally bought this for it. This is I forgot who makes it, but it's a YJM speed volume pot. And you're supposed to be able to move this thing really quick, but this one was defective when I got it. So, back to the body. I bought this body on eBay for like $100 something, like $120 or less, I think it was. I don't know. I don't even remember. And I got the body home. When it came in, it was beautiful. It was the color of wood. It was an unfinished body. So I got a friend who owns a paint shop, a dent shop, right? Like for cars. You get your car wrecked, you take it to him and he fixes it. Body shop. And I really wanted to make it chrome, but I couldn't find chrome paint anywhere. Right? I probably should have looked harder. I wasn't that bold and risky. I didn't want to buy something and then screw up the only body I had. So we opted for a very bright Corvette silver. You see that? This is like what goes on Corvettes, right? This is the Corvette silver. He charged me $60 because we're good friends. But he didn't bake it on hard enough, right? So the paint kind of chipped, and you can see how thick the layer is. Not very thick. if I ever got it painted again, or if I ever bought another one, I'd have them put like maybe 5 or 6 layers and then bake it in the oven for like, you know, a day or something, right? To get it to be super hard like regular guitar paint. But it's not, so I have to be very careful with this. So because of that, I don't play this guitar much because it does chip and scratch and dent because the paint isn't super hardcore paint, right? But it looks like $1 million. For the most part, I leave this guitar just hanging right there, and that way it's like, fuck you, I've got a Roswell Rhoads. And you would never know that I built this guitar myself unless I told you. So let's move forward. Bought the guitar body on eBay for like $100-something. My buddy painted it for me with Corvette silver metal flake for like $70. And then all the electronics and parts and the neck, I got at Dragonfire Guitars. Right? Type in Dragonfire Guitars on Google and get all this stuff. Now the decal for Jackson, I actually picked that up off on eBay from someone in like Argentina, and it cost like $7, and they gave me 2 of them, and it took like a month to get here, right? So for the longest time, this guitar did not have a label on it. And it's not a real Jackson. The neck isn't Jackson. This is a Dragonfire neck. You know, it's got a scarf joint on it. See the scarf? I think there's a scarf at the heel as well. But I want to show you something. This neck did not fit the body. See this right here? I used like a round sander. I used a round sander to get this neck. I had to shave off like 1 millimeter on this side. And then when I put it on the body, it was too tall, right? So, you know, I had to do some wrestling to get this neck to fit into this body, right? I mean, this whole thing is custom. This is all one-off. This isn't from the Jackson, USA fucking custom shop, alright? This is from my goddamn backyard and paint job from my friend who owns a body shop. You know? The neck is great. That neck is wonderful. I don't have the action so low right now because I'm still having issues. I still need to replace this neck in there properly. And see this part right here, I actually bought this neck piece off of eBay, right? And you can see the stripping on my screws. I had to wrestle those screws in there. I mean, dude, I should have done so much better on this guitar, but I really didn't. Bought all those from Dragonfire. I painted this inside black, right? I needed to magnetically shield it. This guitar is not magnetically shielded. Listen. It's not that loud, right? But it's annoying. So I need to do some more things. And you're supposed to put a grounding wire in here that came from this cavity. There's a little hole that goes up into the bridge, and you're supposed to put a grounding wire on the bridge. I never did that, man. There's a lot of things I did wrong on this guitar. But it's fucking awesome. So the pickups. These are Dragonfire Phat, P-H-A-T, Phat Screamer pickups. These pickups are fucking awesome. I have them on several of my guitars now. Phat Screamers here. Those are Phat Screamers. Look at those big ass poles. I got this guitar coil tapped. This Telecaster over here, the Squire Telly. Shit. This Squire Telly has a Dragonfire hot rail and a Dragonfire neck. This Squire Strat has Dragonfire Texas Blues in the 2nd and 3rd position, and the bridge is a Dragonfire hot rail. I really love Dragonfire pickups. And I'm buying more, and I plan on replacing more Dragonfires in more of my guitars. This one right here has EMGs. The Kelly has EMGs. This one right here has Dragonfire Screamers in it. The Exploder. The Jazz Bass just has whatever came with it. And then the Ibanez's all have their own normal pickups. But I will buy more. And I recommend the Phat Screamers. So reviews on this body. Most people who have this guitar say it plays incredibly thin and it sounds very anemic. And I'm quoting what everybody says. So I made sure I got the Phat Screamers because they give you a lot of body, right? I mean, just listen to it. so like I said, I still got problems with this guitar. The electronics, I'm having issues in here. I'm still having issues. Like I said, I built this myself. I put the neck on. I had to shave the neck to get it to fit in. I wired it myself. And I didn't do the best job, okay? I'm just being honest there. And my input isn't the best. So that's another reason why I don't play this guitar too much. I just kind of went through a demonstration of sounds, chords, a little bit of rhythms, and then heavy metal chugging when I turned the delay reverb off. I'm using a Yamaha THR5 for the amplification. I'm on Brit high mode with master about 1 o'clock, gain about 1 o'clock, tone dimed, no effect, and then delay and reverb about 75% of the way through, and then the volume at 12 o'clock. So this is just a modeling amplifier that has a Brit high sound to it, and that's just me showing you how you can take a very skinny, and this thing is very light, very skinny, very light, zero mass, Poplar design guitar, hand built with shitty, I guess the way in which I soldered everything was shitty. The parts are not shitty. All the electronics are Dragonfire. I just suck at soldering, so don't think Dragonfire sucks. It's a great guitar. I recommend building your own guitar one day.